guys, Ambika here. Today I want to talk about listening to your team. As project managers, we spend a lot of time organizing and assigning tasks and do. So we don't really take the time to stop and think what is best for our team. And the only way that you're going to know that is by actually talking to them and hearing what they have to say. For many years, I would just organize, do the project plan, assign the tasks, and that was my job. But in actuality, as a project manager, you're a lot more than that. You're going to be therapist, you're going to be friend, you're going to be boss, you're going to be, driver, organizer. You're going to be all of these things for your team so that the entire team can succeed with whatever project it is that you're working on. So my first tip is to encourage your team members to talk. Whether they come to you and they complain about something or they say, thank you, I love this, or whatever it is, you want to build a nice, cohesive relationship with your team member and team members, not just the one, but all of your team members, and you want to encourage them to speak up. In today's society, everybody is always so afraid to speak up and say what's on their mind for fear of getting fired or penalized in any form. So with my team members, I encourage them to speak to me about any issues they may be having, anything that they like what they're doing. I routinely ask, what about your role is it that you like? What do you not like about your role? What would you like to see change? What do you like about the business? What do you not like about the business? What would you like to see change? And so on and so forth. And I've come to find that just by engaging them and asking them those specific questions, they'll come back to me. And now I don't even have to ask. This morning I had a call and someone came to me and said, I feel like we have too many people in one set location and not enough people in the other department. So there's a backlog and all of these issues that they were having, and they had no problem coming to me and expressing these issues. So my second tip is to implement change. Once you hear from them, once you learn, okay, this is their specific set of issues, what are you as a project manager going to do to implement some changes to help alleviate their pain point? If there's not enough people, if there's not enough writers, or there's not enough designers or developers, are you going to post a job and find a new developer? If there's too many people approving with varying feedback, how are you going to counteract that? You want to look at their specific pain points and do what you can to implement a change. Don't just say, okay, I hear you. Now you have to show that you heard them and you have their best interests at heart. And so you're going to make these changes to help alleviate whatever pain point they have and make their jobs easier. Because at the end of the day, when they complete their job, your job is closer to completion. As a project manager, you are meant to manage a team and bring a project to fruition. If your team members are floundering or they're struggling and you're not helping them, then your project is not going to succeed. And if it does, it's not going to succeed with the quality that you want it to. And my third tip is to thank them. When they do a good job, praise your team. Make them feel really good about what it is that they did. When they give you suggestions, even if it's directed towards you or towards a project or towards the company as a whole, learn to take that constructively and then thank them for that feedback, because any room that you have to improve is going to leave room for your team to improve. So you really want to make them feel like they are a part of this project and not just a tool being used on the project. Now, I understand certain projects and certain companies, you can't always do that, but this is just a general set of guidelines for listening to your team, implementing what it is that you feel would help make your team work better. And then again, thanking your team for doing a good job and giving feedback and allowing for the improvements and the growth within the company. As always, thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. If you haven't, please click subscribe and comment below on any tools or techniques you use to communicate with your team to create a good company culture.